got Bata, who's going to play the more farm carry-oriented mid, the Invoker being one of his key picks. He's played Viper, he's played, you go further back, the Razor type mid hero. So it's a very different playstyle coming out from the two mid laners.
All right, what about the spotlight on King R? Something to really take into account, or more so in-game when they're trying to execute, keeping an eye on his play? You think it's about the draft, or do you think Team Liquid has to just say, hey, we just got to make sure we always know where he's at, what he's planning?
I think this is the most strategic team Empire's ever gonna face up against. I think Liquid is far and away the ones that put the most emphasis in objective control and movement around the map, especially in the early process of the game. So whether or not Empire can match that remains to be seen, but they did a great job against Secret doing so. So I think they have those timings down. They know when to expect ganks, how to rotate around the map to anticipate tower pushes and so forth.
All right, well, we are starting the draft for game number 1 in this semifinal. See who gets the edge as they march towards the finals. And of course, their Spirit, as predicted, will be banned out, and Team Liquid now ready to make their first choice.
How much emphasis do you think we'll see on teamfight? We saw, like, you know, Enigma tied yesterday and Empire able to overcome that. Liquid typically going for a lot of 5-on-5 heroes. Do you think it'll be that sort of play?
Yeah, I think in a big sense, the games are going to be very similar to the games we saw yesterday. However, I think Liquid's drafting is going to be a lot more solid. It seemed as if, I don't know if it was overconfidence or wanting to purposely throw a curveball and take Empire out of their comfort zone, but the picks of Poppy yesterday weren't as convincing as we usually see them. Obviously, that's easy to say because they lost, but I still think like the second pick Winter Wyvern and then the 5th pick Lifestealer. I know I defended it yesterday just because it was something I suggested a long time ago against Enchantress myself, but when you look at the game, the hero just can't compete with a hero like Slark.
All right, well, the Beastmaster once again now rising to that priority with the bans we've had so far. And then Doom still remaining top pick, this time on the side of Empire as they sit on Dire.
Yesterday we saw different priorities from the teams. We didn't see Beastmaster being the very best hero.
Not so much, no.
But it throughout the games today, especially in the Fnatic Wing series, well, those were the games today.
Yes, but there were more than one of them, so yeah. You are not mistaken.
Beastmaster and Enchantress were the two top contested picks. Enchantress banned out this time around. So
Empire had a couple really successful games on the Beastmaster earlier in the tournament. I think that's something that perhaps Liquid pick up on. They want to take it away from Team Empire here with their opening snag.
Okay, and the puck coming out, I mean, yesterday we talked about, and Secret kind of responding with the bans coming out against Empire on that. This time, quite a high priority for Empire for that puck. Gods, what are your thoughts on that one?
I think it's securing Scandal's hero. Take game 1, take the approach into game 1 that we want to get, like our bread and butter core strategies, which is going to be, the Doom has just been a staple Empire grab. It's great as a first pick because it can run in the off lane or in that full position role from Miposhka. The puck is Scandal's best hero, hands down. He doesn't play anything on the level that he does the puck.
All right, not taking any chances then.
Immediate Spectre ban. Makes a lot of sense, obviously. It's curious to see that yesterday they prioritized the Spectre over the puck. And today they didn't go for the puck. No, they must know.
I think that was a game 3 thing though. Like you get to game 3 and they like kind of evaluated game 1 and game 2. And, like that meta game developed with inside the best of 3.
Yeah, there was definitely quite a bit of back and forth as Empire battled Secret. But this time, though, at the puck and not the Spectre. See how they fare when they have that side of that duo.
It's pretty rare to see like a non-TP or an Invoker picked in the first phase for your mid lane. Typically teams save it for the 3rd and 4th pick, which is, I mean, puck sometimes easily dealt with like Lion, Disruptor, these sort of heroes that can lock them down in place. So it's pretty interesting to see.
I wonder what the 4th ban is going to be from Empire. Probably another mid laner. What else is? Liquid could potentially put the Beastmaster in the middle lane as well. I think Fader plays one of the best Beastmaster used to, at least.
Yeah, they haven't done it in a really long time.
Yeah, exactly.
10 seconds remaining.
What carry is Ramsey's gonna play? I think
played a great Gyrocopter yesterday.
I think Gyrocopter after the Spectre is probably his next best, or at least Empire's like most comfortable armor for him.
Question is if Gyro is really that good against Beastmaster and Lone Druid though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem particularly great.
Doesn't do much against the Spirit Bear, doesn't have much, the Rocket Barrage damage gets negated, physical damage doesn't come online until much later.
Vengeful. We saw a good bit of Drow strats yesterday and the day before.
always to success, but definitely still on the minds of most of these teams we've seen.
Clinks as well.
Clinks has been dancing back and forth. Oh, the Rubik coming out this time from Team Liquid. Taking that one for themselves.
They have a lot of solutions for the Doom though. Beastmaster's really good at kiting the Doom. Lone Druid doesn't really care about getting Doom. Then Rubik, it's a pretty easy spell for him to steal. So we've seen a lot of strategies where the Doom just kind of runs rampant, but this one it seems very good at managing its ultimate.
5 seconds.
So then we talked about Gyrocopter before. I mean, what do you think is going to be the next choice? And we talked about why it's probably not so ideal in this matchup so far.
I like Slark more. I think
Okay.
it's just much more disruptive, and like Rubik, if he gets caught out, can't really do anything about it. Very good versus Beastmaster, I think, and it provides a lot of vision, which I think is necessary versus Beastmaster. We used to see like a eternal struggle between Beastmaster and a Night Stalker in terms of vision, but now teams favor Slark a lot more for that nighttime superiority.
I think it's wonderful to see how teams prioritize supports differently. Normally, Lion would in most cases already be picked up. It isn't banned, and neither team picked it up as their typical 4th or 5th hero, so that's exciting.
Or even CK.
right.
I think CK might be pretty good too, because
No one else is excited.
Yeah, I could tell that the excitement was definitely not shared.
It's just a lie.
it's just a lie.
Whatever. DK with the lack of AoE, and there's like you've got Fade Bolt. That's really it. The Wild Axe is not something you normally even level up on the Beastmaster, but.
Oh, okay. Well, you did bring up the Night Stalker in terms of that struggle, and so this time Empire choosing the Night Stalker to bring it back, battle against that vision.
So something I think Empire needs to be a little wary about is the fact that they might run out of AoE and 5-on-5 potential, in the fact that if Liquid sneaks in a Chen pick, they might find themselves unable to defend against this heavy push because Lone Druid, Beastmaster, and Chen is so hard to deal with. Just death ball.
Well, with a Lycan pickup, something along those lines becomes a lot more feasible.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Deathball. The lanes get a bit interesting now.
But Witch Doctor serves sort of the same purpose as Chen in a much different way, but they can keep on sieging towers and sieging high ground with it because of the heal.
Mm-hmm. Some options left for Team Liquid, but pretty clear they might be going for Empire now, having to make a choice.
Can also be the Enigma with the Rubik pickup, but we haven't seen. Rubik would typically be played by Kuroki, and I don't think we see Jerex playing Enigma.
I think Phoenix would probably be a lot better for them.
Phoenix, actually a hero we haven't seen much. I would expect this tournament to show a lot more Phoenix and Tusk.
And often the Phoenix is used as a counter to the Bear, but for the same reason it works well with the Bear, because you can use the Sunray to heal it up, so.
Tusk is the last ban, a hero that Jerex has had so much success on.
And Gyro rises a little bit more in stock too, if you expect them to push a lot with the Beastmaster and the Lycan. So it's still not terribly great, but wow.
Okay, well, PA coming out for Empire.
Come on guys, why didn't you predict that?
Yeah. What do I have you guys next to me for?
You know, theoretically it's great against Lone Druid and Lycanthrope just because of the build-in and invasion, but
they really don't have any magical damage, and
no, exactly.
First a hero with a lot of summons too, like Lycan, you can't get, like, I guess Atos can maybe deal with her evasion, but you can't get MKB on your Necros, your Wolves, so it used to be commonly seen.
You don't need to kill the PA to push is the thing. PA has no weight, doesn't bring any wave play to the table, so if Liquid get that mid-game Deathball push.
They need like the Puck Veil ASAP, I think, to kind of deal with that.
Alright, so then Liquid now just waiting.
I think he's just like all in on the push. He's just like,
go for it.
I would almost fault Kuro for not going all in on the push at this point, because you're never going to get a more open shot case of being able to push them down without them being able to defend than this. Enigma is not so good because of Vengeful and Doom. Even Puck and Nightstalker as well.
I think Phoenix is...
Phoenix or Chen.
Winter Wyvern?
Wyvern, okay. You guys don't seem too pleased with that one?
I mean, it's nice sustain for the Bear. We like Sunray for sustain for the percentage heal for the Bear, but I think Winter Wyvern is actually pretty darn good.
There's 3 melee heroes, which makes the ulti even better, so...
Okay, so the option's still there. I mean, so far, yesterday we didn't see such great success from Wyvern, and we've always pieced the theory together on the panel. Gods, what about you? Final thoughts in this draft as we kick off game number 1?
I think Liquid's push, like regardless of what that 5th pick was going to be incredibly hard to stop.
Because you have no faith in the PA, man. Empire, they're like, they're on it, man.
Yeah, they're Empire side.
I'm on the PA train.
Okay, all right, we're leading on the PA train. Gods, not so much. Milk, what about you?
Well, I was very surprised that Wings won game 2, not because of how they played, but rather because of the strategy. So I'm almost inclined to say, yeah, Empire does stand a decent chance with the PA, but then again, I have to revert back to my initial idea of push being way too strong to deal.
I'm done asking you questions. You always start as if you're going to give me a solid answer. You're like,
Team
well,
Liquid.
they're on the other hand. They're...
Team Liquid got
All right, Team Liquid. All right, well, Team Liquid a little bit more favorable. Let's find out. Empire put up a great battle yesterday for all of us Dota fans. Game number 1 of semifinal number 2 here at ESL One Manila 2016 starts now.
Indeed, Chobra, thank you very much. And here we have it, the second semi-final of the day, Liquid versus Empire. Empire yesterday with their performance against Secret, winning over a lot of fans here in the crowd, and now coming into this one with a 5th pick PA. If these guys can pull this off, I think they're going to have quite a heavy crowd backing, Purge.
Yeah, I think most of the time PA is bad, and I feel like you would agree with me, Winter, but it's pretty good against a lot of Liquid's heroes. Like they said, lots of summons, lots of things that have to right-click. If he gets a lot of evasion early, they're going to have trouble dealing with him.
It's just like the lack of wave clear. It's only Puck that's like worrying me the most with the PA pick. So if the death ball comes from Liquid, they don't suffer too much from the laning phase. It's going to be very hard for the PA. That's what I worry the most.
And the reaction, of course, the PA, that final pick, Winter Wyvern. I mean, Pudge, are you a fan of the Wyvern? We've seen it come up a few times here at ESL Manila. Never really had an amazing game. It's had quite a few losses. Can you see why Liquid went for it this time around?
Yeah, I think this is one of the few times that you can justify the pick. And that's because the Winter Wyvern ulti is all about making them hit each other. And all of PA is based around killing somebody with physical damage. So it's one of the best counters. If he just casts it on somebody next to the PA when the PA is moderately farmed, she's going to kill him in a lot of cases. And they have a lot of auras as well that are going to buff up the PA's damage. So there's no Beastmaster, but there is Avenge, and there's also a Doom who often carry a lot of auras. So I see some good value here.
All right, indeed, as we get ourselves into the game. In terms of the landing stages, we're going to be seeing the Venge at the moment, King Up. The man, of course, that yesterday we just saw some absolutely fabulous stuff on his Rubik games and also the Disruptor performance. Now he's going back to the Venge. I mean, this is something that we kind of know King Up for a lot of the times before. He loves to play these heroes where he can save his teammates. And when you've got a kind of a core PA, it's quite crucial having someone like the Venge. You can kind of say, you know, if the PA oversteps it, because the PA, at some point, he's going to go YOLO. And you need to have someone there that's going to be able to take him out if he goes a little bit too YOLO.
Yeah, the only thing he should really be super worried about is Roar from Beastmaster with nukes, or something else that maybe Rubik steals. So yeah, at some point that could be very useful, but what I see Empire's draft doing more so is a lot of diving and a lot of aggression. With Puck, as well as Venge and Night Stalker and PA, they're going to be very mobile on the aggression, and if they can get those kills and get out, they're going to be in a really good place.
I mean, the Venge also helps them get the Roshan. I think it's very important because they are going to be facing a push in time from Liquid, so being able to get the Roshan with the Venge plus a P is extremely important for them to defend the push.
Okay, and the mid lane matchup, the moment, of course, Fada on the Lone Druid up against the Puck, and Fada himself known to be one of the best Pucks in the scene. So, I mean, in this matchup, should know what he's doing. Do you expect there to be a clear winner here, Winter, in terms of how the heroes match up?
I mean, Lone Druid should get much more farm when he gets more levels, so I mean, Puck doesn't really care that if he gets less farm. It's all about like controlling the game, the tempo. Like, it's really important for Empire that Skander controls the game for them. It's less about him winning his lane.
And Purge, in terms of the tempo, I mean, looking at both of the team's drafts, who do you think we're going to start to see really kick things off first? Where's the first rotation going to come through?
Well, I think it's going to be 4-minute mark for Empire. They're doing a pretty heavy jungling thing. Both Doom as well as the Night Stalker have been jungling this entire time. He's already picked up level 3 now by 2 minutes on a Night Stalker. That's enough to get boots, so when the first nighttime hits at 4, he's definitely going to start roaming, and one of those kill possibilities are definitely Lone Druid on the mid lane. He's pretty squishy pre-6, so that's definitely the time to gank for Empire.
Yep, for Liquid, their tempo is like level 6 on Beastmaster. The other heroes are just making sure that the Rubik and the Wyvern protects the lanes. They need to get to the point where Beastmaster gets level 6, and he maybe rotates with a smoke, and then the next timing will be obviously the Radiance from the Lone Druid, because they want to group up and push, and the Bloods from the Lycan.
I mean, as we can see there, of course, this stat on the PA, it's only a 36% win rate this patch. I mean, Winter, just going back to this pick again, why pick it up this game? Or what kind of makes this hero better than others in this situation in Empire's eyes?
I mean, I think the main purpose probably they want to be able to win their lanes and get kills and play around the Roshan because they have Venge. So that might be the biggest reason, but I'm not really a big fan of it. Because it's very, very risky. Once you don't get a good laning phase with the hero, the hero struggles a lot later.
Yeah, he's pretty straightforward to gank too if you get ahead on magic damage and stuff like that. And once you get into late game scenarios, MKB does counter him quite well. So he can hit or miss, definitely. And he usually needs one big item. Something like a Battle Fury is great to accelerate his farm, but without an item like that, he actually doesn't farm extremely rapidly.
I think he needs to more of his gameplay has to rely on the tempo of the Night Stalker. Like
Yeah.
you were mentioning minute 4 when the first Knight kicks in, how much the Night Stalker and the Doom as well get done. And after that, the Puck as well, the Puck dagger, or before he gets his dagger, he tries to rotate around. Like those are the things that they need to do to help the PA get into the game.
Yeah, he'll be really good at support TPing to lanes as well. So if there are ganks, he can TP and do a blink strike and potentially help. That's very useful to do. But whether or not he'll get those opportunities, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if there's ever anyone to find those opportunities, it is going to be Ramses. I mean, you know, one of his most signature heroes, the Gyrocopter. He's so good with kind of reacting to any kind of overcommitment from the enemy. So, as you said, with the PA, he's going to be able to punish it in a little bit of a different light to the Gyro more in terms of just single advances. But we'll see indeed how active Ramses is. So, yeah, they're gonna. Well, I mean, this is classic Scandal. He goes over the other side of the map and he'll try and play around with them, and he should be fine. He's still got the orb, and indeed they won't chase him down. And Puck, of course, just a very hard hero to catch out, especially being the mid laner on the lone. No real way to kind of set up a gank.
Minute 4 kicks in, the first Knight. So we'll see whether Afterlife goes towards the middle lane or he moves towards the bottom lane to fight.
Definitely gonna be mid because Doom's already set up for this.
Oh, they have Coil as well.
Jarek's also rotated about a minute earlier here. He tried to do some damage to the Puck, but really he's here because he knows the rotation will come mid.
And let's see if the three of them here from Empire are going to be enough there. Tough to move forward.
They're chasing him, but
it's hard. I mean, Liquid, they're playing so safe. I think at
they
this
have
point,
a ward. They have a ward in mid lane.
and you're going to be aware. Right? 4 minutes in, you know that the Night Stalker's going to be looking for action. You're going to see that he's got the levels that he needed. He's now going to start to wander towards top, but again with this Hawk, it's all being spotted out. Mind control. He's not going to be caught off guard at this point.
Yeah, and right now Lycan has been moved to the jungle, so Rubik can actually take the lane and get his levels. So Liquid is playing a much more slow-paced game, whereas Empire is the team that wants to get action done in the game right now. They need to get kills.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in yesterday's games for Empire, we saw a lot of big steals from the Rubik. This time, Kuroki, I mean, this man, going back to the days, he is one of the top, the highest class of Rubik players. Why pick the Rubik this game? Looking at Empire's lineup, is there a lot of nice stuff that you're looking to steal in these team fights, Spurge?
like Ben said, Doom. Mind control mate, oh yeah, he looks so dead.
Ramses jumping in and put the fire, turn around with the axes, but first blood there! Ramses will go down. But they get themselves the first blood, and I mean, you do lose your carry though after getting the offlane. Is that worth it to get that first blood?
It kind of is, but it's going to hurt him. I mean, he should have just simply not died there, but his HP was low due to tanking creeps and maybe some other harass. He went into that fight with like 40% HP. That's the only reason he died there.
It could have been a lot worse if Kuroki managed to TP in time and get the experience for the kill, but he didn't get that in time, so it was still alright for Empire. Not the worst case.
He does limit the PA though, that's the important thing, and he does need his early game to go fairly well. We'll see what skill build he goes as well. We'll start figuring out more like 8 to 10, but in this game it just might be worth it to max Blur, just because it does block so many hits coming from Liquid.
Oh yeah, another movement towards the top, Afterlife in the river. Liquid, they're playing this one very, very careful. They do that ward towards the top rune spot, so potentially, you know, they're seeing these movements. And I mean, yeah, talking about, well, not just the skill build for the PA, but item build. I mean, is it going to be Battle Fury PA? Are we going to see a more kind of gun-ho build? Or what's the strat?
Could be like Aquila Drum, something like that, so he's really strong in the early game. If that's the case, he might want a little bit more Phantom Strikes so he can blink more often in fights. But we'll see. Like we said, PA is not a very winning hero in the pro scene, and because of that, unless they came up with a new build, we'll probably see those same old ones. But there could be something new that they pull out here to be effective against Lone Druid.
I'm actually not a fan of the battle for this game. I think they need to be able to get the PA. Like I prefer the build Purge mentioned about the drums and Aquila, you fight early. I think he needs to be able to help the team play a fast tempo, participate, get kills, and not allow Liquid to get to the point where they can snowball and just 5-man and push down your towers.
What about something like Desolator, Medallion, or just Deso and let the Doom get a Vlad's? I feel like that build has some potential for PA. Only downside, obviously, is that Winter Wyvern does hard counter that build. Any ideas for items like that?
I actually might consider Manta against the Bear. And it's pretty good stats, like the Yacha is pretty good at fighting early.
It's true. Manta does synergize pretty well with the crit, since your illusions will get it. Maybe a bit underbuilt on PA right now.
It's a very situational item on the hero.
Top lane. We're just trying to put a bit of pressure on Scandal. Actually going to head up it now. Ramses jumping in. Here comes Scandal, dropping the Dream Call. He'll jump through as well. And Empire, we can find themselves a second one on the bottom. They do. Nice rotation from Scanner. We did see Scanner earlier smoking up around the bottom lane. He's been looking for action ever since, and now maybe trying to go for more. Kuroki holding back Ramses for the time being, and they won't be able to jump in again for that one, but again, nice play there from Empire, securing a bit of action for PA, and this time she doesn't lose her life, so sticks around after finding the mind control kill. Mid lane though, Matumba Man, he's come right around, he's scanning this out with the walls, and they're going to pop the howl, just going to go for this push onto the tier 1. The question is, can Empire get themselves into a position to defend? Of course, they won't have the Dream Coil available. You've got Doom coming in, and he does have the ult up. The tower, of course, falling incredibly fast. Scandal on the sidelines, just juking out the right clicks from the Wyvern. And Liquid do manage to get themselves the space and time to take the tier 1. And of course, this is the thing about Liquid's lineup. They have a huge amount of pushing power.
They just got all the things they need, the levels, especially the Beastmaster just popped level 6. So this is the time where Liquid are going to look to just demolish all your tier 1s and get their next items, next set of items. Like Lycan almost has his Vlads already done.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty hard. I did like the puck rotation in the safe lane. It's unpredictable because a lot of times the Dire will shift towards the Radiant safe lane, but the gank came top, didn't cost a lot of hero resources. Just the downside is that Liquid has such good pushing heroes. They ganked the mid lane instead, and they just took the tower. No heroes needed. Getting the tower this early is a huge advantage.
Yeah, right now Empire has to wait for like the second night phase to kick in and get the all-important blink on the puck. They need to get that item to be able to defend the pushes.
Oh, stand up.
Oh, great Savage Roar. Almost caused the puck not able to jump to the orb.
That was really close. So yeah, because Empire didn't get any kills in that first nighttime, they're slightly on the back foot. The first puck gank works, but if the towers keep falling, they're going to be in a really bad place.
I mean, how crucial is that for Empire to continually find these kills and keep going? I mean, is it going to be a point where they will just fall behind in terms of the farm game and you know, the Lone Druid steps up, and late game it's not going to be looking as good for Empire?
It's not about the farm game, it's about the push game from Liquid. If they don't get kills to offset that a little bit, then it's going to be hard to win the fights when they push the towers.
It's about breaking the tempo here. Here they go.
Right, straight in onto mind control. The crit, they finish him off quickly. They do get the telekinesis off Ramsey with the swap, saving the PA for the time being. Can Liquid move in even further? They're looking to chase down King R with the TP from Fada. They're looking at the bench kill. Kuroki with a stolen swap. Swaps back here for Poshka. He drops the demo to Matumba Man, but Matumba Man just fights for it. There's the Green drop. There's the Scandal jumps forward. He gets Matumba Man with a stun. The corner breaks the Jax. Seven Matumba Man. Scandal out of trouble with Liquid and trying to get the puck in return. The wall chasing him down. They will. Managed to finally finish off both the Lycan and the Rubik, and Empire do just come out on top there at the end, but Fada does find it away. It's got to be an even trade by the looks of it. Great plays from both sides there. The stolen swap from Kuroki setting him up, but at the same time, the fact that Maposha was able to get the Doom out onto the Lycan before he went down, meaning that they did get that equalizing kill.
I mean, that could have been really, really bad if Wyvern had level 6 before the fight started.
That replay brought to you by Microsoft PowerPoint.
2016, sure, there's some other software you can claim there. Come on, man.
Alright, we're back in 11 minutes, 5 for 3. As you said, I mean, trades like that, you feel that Empire still need to find. They need to come out on top. They can't really go top lane. Yeah, we're on to round this. He's gonna have Maposhka back him up with the Wizard's Curse. Oh, Maposhka! He says, I've turned up to help you, but he might not end up hitting. He'll leave the ball. Ramses will survive through this. And Maposhka chasing these guys down, and they'll be fine.
He did not get a crit. If he got a crit, he would have actually killed Ramses there.
But you don't evade from your ally hits, do you? Or do you? I can't remember if when they changed the Winter Wyvern ulti, is the evasion on PA, does it work against allies as well?
It should work.
Because he hit him 3 times in a row there, and he's got 3 points in this. That's a 40% evasion chance. If anything, he got lucky there.
I guess he got lucky. He really got lucky, and Doom got unlucky. He didn't get crits, so for Liquid it was unlucky for them.
Well, the pressure from Liquid is coming on the PA, but he's still only died that one time, so technically he's 1-0-4 with the exception of that death after the Beastmaster. He's doing pretty good. All early game items, and pretty soon here we'll see which build he's going to go for.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of other options, I mean, is there any reason that he might... I guess early BKB. BKB's not really going to help him too much this game. There's so much to go through.
And he's going for the drums.
If you go early BKB, then you just don't have that much damage. Yeah. The only way that I would justify that build is if you're against heroes that survive and do damage entirely based on stuns, so like Lion, etc. Because you can kill a Lion with weak damage but magic immunity, but against something tanky that also does good push and damage, like a Lycan and a Lone Druid, you have to get a damage item first. The BKB is not the solution.
Let's see what they can do with the drones. We can already see the side of Empire moving into position on the bottom lane. Ramses leading in with the backup of King R. They've got the night time. See how careful Liquid playing, and very careful. Matumba Man leaves the lane straight away.
Yeah, Empire has to be the team moving constantly on the move before Liquid hits their timing with the Radiance and the Necro. But once those timings are achieved by the Lone Druid and the Lycan, it's going to get really difficult for Empire to defend.
I like this as well. Empire going for Roche. They've got a pretty good lineup for this with the Wave of Terror, the Aura, and PA's damage at this point.
That's very good play. Like the typical trade. Radiant gets the top tier 1. Dire goes for Roshan.
Great trade for Empire.
Winter, how do you feel about this Vengeful Spirit skill build this game? I do like this build because it does a lot of nuke damage, it'll be good, and lots of stun duration, good against Lycan and Lone Druid. But when you have a PA on your team, I hear that does almost entirely physical damage. Can't you justify a couple more Wave of Terrors?
Yeah, I agree. I would actually maybe just gone for 2 or 3 points. At most 3 points. I would actually value the Aura or the Wave of Terror more.
In the stun, you mean? 2 or 3 points?
Yeah, 2 or 3
Okay.
only.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
agree.
get 4, but I mean, they are probably thinking that they need to be aggressive in the early game because that's how they have to make their lineup work. So he probably thinks that the extra damage from the nuke will actually benefit them in getting kills.
But Jarex needs to be careful. They do have this deep lane ward here, Empire, and that's going to mean that they can see they'll set him up and they'll move in. He gets himself up into the tree line here with the Arctic Burn. And Empire just keeping the pressure on this bottom tower. Vlad's now picked up by the Doom. The meanwhile, top lane, the push is going in. Afterlife caught out by the telekinesis into the Royal Scandal, jumps in with the free man tree, he's got the silence as well. Afterlife is going to live here, King over the swamp back now, but Tumberman could be the one in trouble. The rest of his team, TP away, he's been left on his own. The Urn ticking him down, but he's got the move speed. He should be able to get himself out of this one. I don't think they can chase it. Trying to blink forward Scandal, he's looking to chase this one out, but Tumberman just too damn fast. And Liquid getting themselves out of what was a fantastic Dreamcall and Waning Rift.
And they bought a lot of time and space for Fata to farm his Radiance. He has his Relic and 1000 gold before he gets that recipe. So Liquid's timing is getting closer and closer by every minute.
With that said though, I think that was pretty darn good for Empire. They lost 0 heroes, that was 4 heroes rotating up to kill them, and nobody died. They've got to be happy with that. If they can just get the game super late, then I think they're pretty well set.
Yeah, but
They're still good
that's not
pushing.
enough for them. I think the Empire has to be able to get kills because right now Liquid is hitting their timing first, and Empire needs to either get kills to slow down their timing or they have to drag the game very, very long. So I think Empire is very desperate to get kills right now. They have to be able to, especially the Lone Druid, if they can kill the Lone Druid before he completes the Radiance.
It's really close. He's got 500 gold right now. Normally they do go for Midas. He skipped it this game.
Oh, he's got on the
Oh, he does?
got on
Okay,
the-
God, he's just really farmed.
Yeah,
15 minutes.
I mean, there's nothing the puck can actually do in the lane, so Lone Druid is going to be getting a lot of farm from the laning phase.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously been practicing. As we saw from the stats, the only second time he's played it in pro games, Fata. So, really impressive showing so far on the Lone Druid. May see it, of course, just step up in the future to be something that teams will appreciate and be scared of. Of course, coming into this one, Empire certainly weren't going to know that this is going to be what Liquid were pulling out. And at the moment, it is certainly working. Empire, though, they're going to continue to try and find these objectives that they need to find in reaction to how much Liquid are achieving across the map in this early game.
And
they're
actually going so full auras here. The Doom didn't even get drums like he normally does. Almost every other Doom goes drums. This game he grabs a Vlad's. So Vlad's plus the Pack Leader's aura from the Alpha Wolf. And now the PA's hitting really hard regardless of going stat builds. And those two things synergize. Any percentage-based damage increase is increased further if you buy stats. So this Drum Aquila build that is technically very early game also synergizes amazing with this Doom build.
And that's still very good for the Wyvern though, because the stronger you get with the auras, the better his ultimate becomes as well.
True.
And he's going for the Medallion build. It's easy for him to actually just nuke down a support like with the ultimate.
Yeah, pretty much instantly. But they can also dive past, especially with an Aegis on PA. She can just see somebody and go in, like right now.
Oh, yeah, eyes on Kuroki, gets the lift up, but straight away, Scandal jumping in with the side, there's going to be the roll out, Kuroki's going to live with the timing, but he finally gets taken down there, Doom. We'll take him out with the scorch for the high ground now with Poshka. See if there's a 10 over the Doom, the Dream Call Stone will catch up to Zimmerman, but he continues to run after line with the wrap around out control, getting slapped down there by the Infernal Blade from Doom, double kill from the Poshka. And now Empire moving in for more, now comes the automat for Doom, on to Jarex, Jarex going to take down as much as the third for the side of Empire, can they get more? Only Fada and Zimmerman left, they'll get themselves to tier 2. Moving forward with the orb, they're not going to jump in for more, they'll leave it like that. Empire taking the 3-for-1 trade, the tier 2 as well, and that's exactly what they need at this point of the game, isn't it, Purge?
Liquid were not ready for that defense. If Lone Druid was already there at the point when they were diving, they were gonna be actually taking much more losses than that because he just got his Radiance.
Yeah, and that's basically Kuroki's fault. He can't be that far forward. Like, PA is one of the hardest heroes in the game to get away from. Once she initiates on you, your solution is basically TP or have your team back you up, but they weren't there yet. So with him dying right at the start, it kind of just killed Liquid's ability to defend that tower.
Yeah, they need like 4 staffs like to kite the PA around in the near future.
And,
They need those items.
and pretty soon she's going to start getting more levels of Phantom Strike. Right now it's quite limited on cooldown. For now she is going stat levels, which I encourage, but...
She's going BKB
I was
though.
going to say, go on BKB as well, Purge. We talked about this. I mean, there's a lot of ways to control her through it. I mean, can you see why still, at this pace of a game, Ramses would still opt to get that BKB early?
It's absolutely worth it right now, because Rubik will have multiple stuns, and most importantly, it stops the Winter Wyvern ult. So it completely limits Winter Wyvern's ability to just kill Empire support. He's in trouble though.
Oh, he is indeed. Telekinesis to lead this one up. King R, he does have a swap. Can he get himself close enough to save Ramses? King R up on the high ground. In fact, he might not even use it, because Empire jumping tree call on to 2. Kuroki, he's fine for the time being in the Golden Embrace, but let's look at the magical burst down. Magic missile flies through Kuroki. He's going to go down the same time. Boss get trapped. Jarek's up in the tree line, but no. The ult comes down. Jarek's going to buy himself some time, but he's still taking down low. But to the man, they're turning it around, finding himself double kill now, chasing down Ramses. Ramses just up the high ground. The wall still chasing Jarek. He will still go down to Maboshka. We get the final touchdown. I can't quite do Maboshka finally with his battle blade fighting it. And now Matuma Man trying to man fight Afterlife, but Afterlife he takes down Matuma Man. Ramses still playing with mind control. Afterlife earlier. Ramses here now. It's mind control versus Afterlife. Ramses, he's healing up. He could be ready to come back in and try and help out. Afterlife is trying to kill the Necro units, but with the Necro units up, it's too much. Ramses, last man standing, fighter, looking to chase down the PA, the last remaining hope here at the moment for Empire in this fight. Can they kill him as well? The raid is bunching around. There's a TP. Ramses, Savage run back. Can he get himself out? The bear not going to continue to chase. Ramses will get himself out. But my goodness, these fights coming out from both teams, and Fighter on the Lone Druid just getting richer and richer with each of these engagements.
He just couldn't kill PA. He dodged everything, but I think what Liquid did there, they took note of the Roche timer, and they engaged right when that was running out, because PA started running. I was very confused, checked his items, Aegis was gone. He tried to fight it, they didn't kill him in the initial burst, so they just let him run away, and in the meantime, Fada was cleaning up the rest of Empire, so it was really well fought by Liquid there.
Yep, and right now they have the Necro tree plus the Radiance. Everything they need they already have right now, so it's gonna be Liquid's very strong timing. So Empire has to be very careful to approach the fights right now.
I mean, this is the thing as well. You said Necro 3 on the Lycan. You've got Necro 1 on the Beastmaster. Yeah, eventually that will be a level 3 Necro as well. And then when you've got 2 sets of level 3 Necros coming in at you with a push, what do you do if you're Empire? Well, at the moment, Maposhka jumping in onto Matuma Man, but this is a very greedy attempt here because there is backup and Maposhka's on his own. He might get the kill. Matuma Man fully located. He does set for the walls. Yes, he can. The walls, they take his own life, so that will be denied. And now return. Kuroki, but there's a jump in Seattle. Drink already ripped onto 2. The backup's coming for as well. King on Ramses turning up. Tango cross jumping on the bike. Ramses 1-by-1. The return then. Kuroki stole it. Dropped it down to the mental spirit. Liquid Kuroki. Caught in place over the time. Ramses can't finish that one off. He's looking elsewhere across the fight. In fact, he realizes he has to get himself out. He's got to be careful. Maposhka too low to fight. Scandal as well. On the retreat, Liquid. Can they try and catch anyone else out here? It looks like Empire will be able to get themselves out. And it's a nice disengage. Or maybe they want to go back in. Scandal. Just throwing out the orb. Ramses. Still available to jump back in, but Poshka, he's got to be careful. This man incredibly low. The bear's going to come in, but they're trying to bait. Ramses just back in with the cold embrace. He's going to stop the damage here going in onto Fada. Kuroki being boarded up by the Nightstalker on the sidelines, but he's looking to come back in. Again, Scandal just throwing in the orb. The bear, it gets the root. Ramses jumps away. But Poshka coming back in, looking for Fada as well. Scandal jumps in with the burst back. Fada, he's too tanky. The one just goes down. Scandal outside, punching away. Scandal's gone. Fantastic Winter's Curse there from Jax. Now Afterlife as well could be in trouble. They're trying to chase. Ramses slowing down the bear with a Phantom Strike. King on the river. For another wave of terror, but Empire, they just need to get out. They've hung around too long. They've been taking up on the swamp. Afterlife getting by King on. Gives his life now for the Night Stalker. And the plays are coming out, but at the end of the day, Empire, they found a successful engagement, but they just hung around for too long.
They were just way too greedy. They didn't want to just back off. They wanted to get an extra kill, so they paid the price for it.
Yeah, they really are staying too long. The Cold Embrace just stops the engagement for 4 seconds. It's hard for PA to choose a target, especially when her damage is still limited like this. When she gets her next item, maybe that's not as scary because she can burst faster and maybe you can do it before he reacts, but just a simple medallion and the Cold Embrace, it makes any hero that PA goes on very difficult. I think they kind of need some minus armor of their own, whether it's a Deso or a medallion on Venge. She is building it, but she keeps dying due to the way the team fights are going. Only a chainmail at the moment.
I mean, it's not only that, though. PA relies a lot of the damage coming from the Phantom Strike because of the attack speed, and if you focus on one target, Cold Embrace, and even if you switch targets, you deal a significant amount of damage less compared to the initial target. That's why it's very difficult for her right now.
I mean, they've got to rely. I think we saw the first engagement go well because obviously Doom jumped in and he got the Doom up onto Jarek. So you need to drop the Doom, get the Waning Rift, get the Crippling Fear out from the Night Stalker. If they can silence the Winter Wyvern, the fight is so much easier for Empire.
They have to get like the first move. That's basically it for Empire. If they don't get the first move and Liquid groups up and they get ready as 5.
These walls scan is still out, but still Scanner's going to jump through. But Man's going to pop the ult, he's going to try and run Dream Coil onto 2 here. Afterlife, there's going to be a swap there to ensure the Dream Coil's coming, but Man just fights back, and my goodness, the bench is gone. Afterlife being chased down as well, but Man and Fighter on the pursuit. We'll see if they can do anything. They'll drop the Doom onto Mind Control. They'll find one in return with the stolen Dream Coil. For an to Ramses. Ramses trying to go up against this Jarek, but the Arctic Burn slowing him down. The Poshka being kited hit by the Lone Drip. Ramses pops the BKB, jumps himself away. Still, the Becker's they're going to get it. Oh, he's gone! It looks to have left out at the last moment, but the tick damage was too much.
And that is the strength of the Liquid's lineup right now, hitting all their timings. Even with Beastmaster not doing anything in the fight, not being able to use his raw, they still take a very successful team fight.
They just run him down. I mean, the Dream Coil at the start was good, and the swap on the or the Lycan, but it just doesn't do enough. They need more AoE damage to stop all the neutrals, to stop them from running at him, but they just can't.
And this bear even going to build into the MTB.
Carter's been jumped in. Swapped in there by King. Can they finish him off though? He's getting low, but the Witch's Curse coming up. He's trying to get himself away. He's sticking out with the tap coming through. He's actually going to go down here. They'll kill the Venge, but they lose the Lone Druid, and now it's time for Liquid to get themselves their head out. Infernal Blade, cancelling the TP. Shadow jumps up as well. They'll fight Jarek as well. Fantastic defense from Empire with Kuroki going down here. It's this time Liquid, the ones being too greedy and staying around much longer than they deserved to there. As Empire jumped straight back in, did cost them the buyback on Ramses, but still defense worth it every time, and they look to take this opening. They go into Roshan, 3 heroes down. Very unlikely that Liquid can do anything here.
Yeah, that was like Liquid without their Necro books, so it was a big amount of net worth that was not available in that team fight, and so with the buyback, all worth it for Empire.
With that said though, I'm still worried about Phantom Assassin. She's not transitioning to the next damage items that she needs.
Oh, top lane?
Yeah, Scandal trying to control Mind Control, but Tumanan coming in with the ult. He's got eyes onto King. Look at these Necro units just running through. Look how much damage they do. King, he might just get taken out with the walls. The Necro units as well. Oh, he's gone. It's just too much. The damage is insane as Scandal. At the same time, looking for Mind Control, but he TP's out. The Yules will be there to cancel it. Can Scandal finish this one off? He's got a Wedding Rip. He's got the orb as well if he needs it. He'll throw it out. Take down the Beastmaster. Get himself away from the Lycan's walls. So losing Avenge, but again, getting the Beastmaster. Empire with the trade up there.
And life of the support there. There was nothing much he could have done. Can't even outrun the minions.
I mean, what do you do against that if you are support? I mean, you can't get a Glimmer Cape. They've got level 3 Necros. Well, I guess, yeah, Ghost Scepter and TP is the only way.
Armor helps as well, but he's already got that. Maybe more HP Treads Medallion would be really good for him at the moment. Maybe even like a Force Staff can force up cliffs, things like that. They can't run up cliffs. Not a lot of good solutions though. 1600 gold on the PA at the moment. Night Stalker's been extremely farmed all game. 4, 1, and 7 on him. Maybe some more auras. Something like an AC would go a long way to help Empire stay alive. And also, I feel like a lot of these fights are very segmented. Like, everyone's running in different directions. But I guess this point kind of goes for both teams. They both have a lot of auras. If they all stand in one place, obviously you're more survivable there. But it's kind of difficult for Empire to deal with that. In a lot of cases, they do have to run different directions.
Alright, an interesting pickup here for the Lycan. Matumama is going to opt for the Diffuser Blade at this point. I mean, what's great about this pickup here, Purge?
It makes his kills a lot easier. Spawns Necro 3 with Wolves, he diffuses the Venge and she dies in 2 seconds, I would guess. I don't think are there any debuffs? He can remove Silence from himself. Not Doom, obviously. Is there anything else we're missing?
Just the Silence, yeah.
Kind of a weird choice, but it will make it a lot easier for him to kill heroes like Doom, Venge, etc.
I mean, it's weird, but it's still like, it still helps him do what he has to do. He needs to run down and kill targets, so Diffuser definitely helps him in doing that.
Wouldn't it be better to get a Basher, perhaps? I mean, Diffuser's a lot more reliable, but once the charges are out, it's a far worse item than Basher.
I guess so, but like right now he wants to be able to take control and like win the game right now. They don't really want the game to drag on that long. Maybe that's the main idea.
Scandal at the moment, he's closing in on the money for the Mystic Staff. Would imagine he's going to be going for that Shiva's Guard next. And MKB now coming out for Lone Druid. I mean, we've been talking about this man.
This is go time.
He's been having an absolutely incredible game. And to think this is his second game of Lone Druid and competitive. Monkey King Bar, Radiance, I mean, that's got to be a PA's worst nightmare.
Yeah, they even have the level 3 Necro book on Mind Control done right now, so everything is already there for them.
I love this MKB build. The fact that he skipped the AC temporarily, he did get the attack speed item, but he left out the armor part. He said, I'm not that worried about their right-click damage, I'll get an MKB right away. So now he's going to be able to hit PA reliably.
They just need to be able to kill the PA. Even if the PA decides to focus on the bear, there's always the co-embrace.
As we can see now, Empire.
I wonder if they're gonna wait for the Aegis.
They're gonna jump in onto the Man, get the Dream Coil onto 2 here. Miposhka drops the Doom onto Jerax. There's gonna be no cold embraces this fight for the time being. Miposhka though, is getting stunned up and he's out of mana. There's Doom stolen by Kuroki. Man only just getting himself away at Fada. Meanwhile, he's just killing off the backliners. Finds the Doom, finds the Vengeful Spirit, and Empire they're forced to get themselves the hell out of there. They can't quite find any of the kills off the side of Liquid. They keep themselves all alive, and now Ramses, he's got to run, he's got to hide, and they're chasing him down. Give us the route. There's the route. There we have it. He goes BKB up, links himself away to Afterlife, back to safety, but at the same time, Scandal, he's still on the back lines, and there's the Doom, stolen by Kuroki at the beginning of the fight we saw, and he saves it for Scandal. Another huge pick-off, an 18-17. We'll see how much Liquid can do off the back of this fight. There are buybacks available on both of the heroes, so we'll see what the game plan is now for Liquid.
That fight just shows how strong Liquid is right now with the 2 books and the Radiance and the Vlads. Like even Empire getting the jump onto Liquid are not being able to win the team fight with the Aegis on the PA.
I think the only way that these fights go a little bit better for Empire is as they initiate, they also silence the Lycan, but that isn't even a solution anymore because he has the Diffusal Blade. As long as he gets his ultimate off, the fight is really straightforward for Liquid. You run down the supports, kill them 1 by 1, and keep your cores alive to the PA.
I'm gonna stun the bear, but I don't want to try and kill that. I want to try and kill the man himself. Jumping onto Fada, but the backup. He's
gonna die.
He doesn't have a BKB here with the bear. Taking him down, Ramses. He could fully strong rush himself back up and does get himself out of the radius further. Can he get himself back to base? Throwing the dagger back to the bear. Falling over the roar to Miposhka. Liquid. They're gonna get the Doom as well. I mean, Ramses, it was a smart play from him. He was nearly ticking down to the burn, turns and hits a couple of creeps to make sure he can survive through it there with the Vlad's lifesteal from Afterlife.
Well, he's going to drop it on purpose. He needs to be alive now to defend the racks.
And let's see what they can do. Buyback from Doom. The Timmerman silenced up. Ramses coming in, but the telekinesis is there straight away. It's got to be Kelly. Will finally get it up, and that's going to blink away. But oh, he gets himself past. As Afterlife being chopped down by Miposhka. Dream Call onto 4. The Timmerman, he's still fighting the Miposhka. And Amanda Ramses trying to jump back in, but the Savage Roar pulls him away. Diffusal Blade from the Timmerman. Don't let you get it down there. Ramses. It's going to go down the Liquid and do it in belly control from a double kill. 3 dead Empire. 2 buyback. Scandal will use it, but they've already lost the Maniacs in the mid lane. Jerax, Hammer to the man, both below them with a swan back of the Bema key. Oh, he gets rooted. Double kill for Kuroki. The mid lane's cleaned up, and G, well played. Empire yesterday showed us some top quality Dota, but today, Liquid here. What a performance, and fastest lone druid. I think that was kind of the thing that Empire they didn't expect. It was insane, and with the team play from Liquid, the Wyvern pick worked. You know, Jerax, he knows what he's doing with his hero, and Kuroki Rubik. The Doom steals every fight. The turnarounds were there. What a game.
Yeah, the biggest thing was just that they prepped for that 4 to 8 minute gank period, and Empire didn't get enough from that to get the PA super ahead, and as such, the Winter Wyvern countered him heavily.